My biological father, he never bothered to teach me to now I'm hitting the bottle and hoping to see tomorrow. Hoping to hit the lotto. Now I'm broken, I'm starving. I'm wondering how it started. How I get in this garbage. My soul's young and rotten. Pants bulging with cotton. They never gave me an option. Instead, put me in optional soul. But I ain't stopping, I stroll. But I ain't walking, I'm cold. My heart's dropping, the world is eavesdropping. I'm still hustling. This chill's rougher than most. My feels comfort they toast. They even taking they ghost. Not ready to go. They fixing up, they ready to go. It's heavy, I know. It's wild, nigga, ready to blow. It's vivid. Chip. Life goes. Can you see it, nigga? I know you see it, nigga. Hey. Hey. That's how life goes. Hey. Can you see it with me? Envision, nigga. Vision. I ain't the man that I once was. For the blunt cause, for the joint cause, I'm finna jump cause. Us is not winning cause, us is not upward. I'm up to early morning for bucks and stuff. But I'ma make it through raw. God, I'ma take it. It's hard for me to shake it, but lately I've been mistaken and cornered up in the basement. Nation constantly breaking, my people constantly chasing these drugs. My mama shaking, I'm aching inside. Bullet shells blazing my eyes, I'm racing with time. And my flesh aging and dying, I'm blazing the pine. This the safest thing for my mind. My brother in jail, and the judge raising his time. My lady a freak, she comparing buses and dimes. I'm busting these 9, 8 times to 7 guys for 6 reasons. I've been struggling since 5 before. 3, 2, 1, my time's expired. I could have been a contender. I could have been a lot better. Now I see how my life goes on. You know, I see a lot of fake people. You know what I'm saying? I just sit back and I observe everything through these eyes. Chip, I'm seeing it now. Chip.
All right, let me pull us back on the screen. What is up? What is up? What is up, family? Listen, man, it is a new episode of the Mr. McGee Show. First and foremost, like I always say, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. You could be anywhere in the world. Probably not. You broke his hair, so you probably can't be anywhere in the world.
Not if you're an American. You stuck in America.
You could be somewhere, but hey, you here rocking with us, man. Me, I am your host, Mr. McGee. Got my dope, beautiful sister here with me. Talk to him, sis.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Cola E. the Great, in the house tonight. Fixing to talk about this mayhem and all that's going on in the world today.
That's a fact, sis. It is a lot going on. But before we get to that, though, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was good. I was really, really tired for some reason. I think I'm just exhausted overall. I don't know if it's in the environment or what. Yeah.
You didn't get out, go to the club, get out. No,
what? During COVID-19, I'm a believer. You're not. I'm a believer.
You didn't get out.
No, sir.
Yeah, man.
Trying to keep my lungs together.
I heard that you've been masked up, staying 6 feet apart.
I've been masked up. I can't say stand 6 feet apart when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, definitely been masked up. Mm-hmm.
That's a bit, man. It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. A lot of shit to talk about.
It's nonstop. This year, 2020, this year's going down in the books.
Yeah, we only halfway through, sis. We got another half a year.
And just to think this is the election year. We still got a ton of bull crap to go through.
Yeah, you know how it is. Every election year, a lot of crazy shit happen, man. I had seen something. You know what was crazy? I clicked on Facebook, and Facebook showed me my memories, and I had posted a picture. I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, about a rally for Alton Sterling and Philando Castile.
Okay.
You remember the protests and shit that took place behind those two murders?
Yes.
I was like, this damn protest shit always starts to happen on election year.
Wow. You put that together.
Yeah, that shit was 4 years ago, exactly, to the day. I think that was next week it came up. I had screenshotted the picture. I just erased it today because I had to clear some shit off my phone. But anyway, let's get into it, man. A lot of people been trying to cancel motherfuckers this week, sis. That's what's been crazy. Everybody wants to cancel. Hey, let me set the table by saying this. Hey, fuck cancel culture. You can't cancel people when you got fucking Don Imus who can fucking call black women nappy head hoes and
people who should have been canceled years ago.
Yeah, and then
years ago when he said that.
That's it. And then you got people like Howard Stern doing the blackface.
Yep.
Openly saying the N-word. Well, let me not say the N-word.
Rush Limbaugh
with the hard R. You know what I'm saying?
Rush. You got Rush Limbaugh.
Kimmel doing blackface. Like, if y'all gonna cancel, man, start in your own backyard, man. Y'all ain't so fuck this cancel shit. But anyway, so let me share my screen. So Chance the Rapper, he got a little heat. He got a little heat for this little tweety tweet. He did a little tweety tweet, sus, and everybody went crazy. So
you more
read that for me, sus, if you can.
Are you more pro Biden or anti-Yee, and why? I get that you'll want to reply that you're just trying to get Trump out. But in this hypothetical scenario where you're replacing Trump, can someone explain why Joe Biden would be better?
I'm gonna let you go first, sis, because I know Biden is your guy. That's your guy.
Well, you are always trying. You messy.
Guy.
You messy. You know, Joe Biden is not my guy. I just see it as choosing the best of the worst. I just see it as choosing the best of the worst. I know, I don't think Joe Biden is qualified. I don't think he is intelligent enough to run the country. He's already made a whole bunch of silly remarks. I just don't think he's intelligent enough, and he seems to be a bit impulsive. But also Trump too. Trump is definitely a racist. Trump is misogynistic. Trump is a bully. Trump is very impulsive. He lacks respect for people. Is his way or the highway. The country is bleeding right now, and he still wants to open up the schools and act like open up the schools they're going to apply mask and social distancing and things of that nature. But I think the numbers need to reroute something. Something needs to be rerouted. And I just think Trump is just as dumb as they come. He's like a tree stump. He's just as dumb as they come to me.
So dumb as a tree stump. Okay.
Yeah, he's as dumb as a tree stump. And a tree stump is useless. The rest of the tree is gone. You just got the tree stump. And most of the time the tree stump is just in the way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Know what I mean? Yeah, it's just in the way. And he just reminds me of a dumb tree stump that is just in the way and the progression of this country and of the American people. I believe that we're more divided than we have ever been, probably since the 60s or the 70s. I think we're more divided than we have ever been. It's crazy. Trump he's as dumb as a tree stump, and we need to get him out of here. I think his ideas are inhumane. I don't think he has any compassion. I don't think he has any humility. He needs to go. So with all of that being said, yes, I'm voting for Joe Biden, but I do understand that I am voting for the best of the worst. So looking in the worst bracket, let's say we got a worst bracket with those two in it, I'm choosing the best of the worst and under the worst bracket, and that would be Joe Biden, the best of the worst.
Now, I hear you keep talking about these two people. What is that? Where's the echo coming from?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. It's good. It's good now. All
Okay.
right. So you're saying these two people. You're not talking about the third guy, man. This is what Chance the Rapper saying. Let me ask you this. Are you
the third guy?
Kanye? So this is
Come on now.
let me finish. Let me finish those. I'm gonna ask you. This is what Chance the Rapper. I'm gonna read the first sentence of this tweet that Chance the Rapper tweeted. Are you more pro Biden or anti-Ye, and why? That's to you. Are you pro Biden? Are you more pro Biden or are you more anti Kanye, and why?
Listen, Kanye is not even I'm not even thinking about Kanye. Okay, when he came out with that, and when he came out with the fact that he was running for president and all of that stuff, listen, what has he done? What is he? Has he put in his paperwork? I mean, this is not serious, like you said. And look, this is a publicity stunt. He's not running for president, point blank, period. So I'm done with Kanye West on that idea. I'm done with Kanye West on that idea. He's not serious about it. This is just a publicity stunt. He probably, like you said, probably has an album coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm done with Kanye West and this running for president. He's just simply not mentally equipped, period. I'm done with that. I mean, how can we have a president who has been admitted in the psychiatric hospital? I mean, come on.
All right, now his next question was, okay, now if we want to vote just to replace Trump, can you explain why Joe Biden will be better?
I mean, that's all we had to choose from. Point blank, period. I said it's the best of the worst. I don't feel like Joe Biden is qualified, but it's the best of the worst. I'd rather have him in office other than a tree stump, an evil tree stump at that.
Yeah, but okay, all right.
And we already know what Trump is going to do. He's already done it. Do we want him in the office for 4 more years to cause even more damage? Do we want that?
I think I can honestly say we already know what Joe Biden is going to do. He signed a crime bill that put our uncles away for a dime rock of crack, put them away, and then let the little white kids and rich white men get caught. You would have to get caught with 15 grams of cocaine just to get the same sentence.
But you know what?
Those bills.
And I'm not saying that that's okay, but look, the law has always been like that. Black people have always received the maximum amount of time for the very minuscule crime. We've always done that, and that's due to these private owned prisons. That's due to the money that's able to, that's due to the prison industry, the $1 billion system.
That's a fact. Hey, salute to everybody leaving the comments. Salute Leo, Tony, Revolutionists, man. Salute to y'all, man.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, he may have supported that, but I mean, listen, that's all. And I'm not saying this is okay by no means, because we really need to do a show on that. Yeah. We really need to do a show on privatized prisons and how these prisons are, they are business investments. We really need to do a show on that. Now, I'm not saying that that's okay, but I'm saying, listen, they've been doing that.
Okay, let me ask you that. I'm happy you said that. So we know politicians been doing what politicians do, right? Politicians are going to do what politicians do, which is be snakish, right?
Yeah.
If you're a snake, you slither like a snake. You're a snake, right? So we know politicians. I'm gonna say this about Kanye. If we know politicians are gonna do what traditional politicians do, then why not vote for a person like Kanye, who's not a traditional politician at all? Because if Trump is a businessman that became president, why not take this? Ronald Reagan was an actor that became president. Why not take this hip hop guy and throw him out there and give it a shot?
A hip hop guy with a mental disorder. I'm sorry, it's not.
Shit, Joe Biden got dementia, and Trump got a mental disorder. Like,
yes,
the Pickens
has a mental disorder. He is, he's antisocial.
Who's Joe Biden?
No, Trump.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he doesn't get along with anybody. That's why I said he's antisocial. That is a mental disorder. He's antisocial, and there's another one I just can't think of it right now. But Kanye West, he's bipolar. No, absolutely not. You can see that he's heavily medicated. He's not mentally equipped to handle the country, the leading country. He's not mentally equipped for it. And one day, you know, while making decisions with the bipolar disease, he's subject to make a decision today and then try and flip it the very next evening. Make one decision in the morning and then flip it that evening. With the bipolar disease, that the thing is, there's instability. There is an instability in the way they think. There's an instability in the way that they think.
But you're saying Biden
one moment is down, and how can you run a country like that?
So you're saying Biden is stable, even though some people say he's in the early stages of dementia. We see him getting friendly and real cuddly with young white kids.
Okay, so let's talk about dementia. As far as dementia, has that been proven? Is it documented?
No, it's out there. It's out there. Allegedly. Let's use that word. Allegedly.
So we have to ask, has it been proven? And where is the proof? Okay. And have we seen it? Now, no. With Kanye West, we have definitely seen it. He has been hospitalized. You can look in his eyes and tell when he is on his medication. The man has a stoic look on his face. There's no expression. His face is dull. It looks like he's under a trance. There's no way. Kanye Kanye cannot be president of the United States.
I hear you, sis.
And like I said, with the bipolar mental disorder, that's a very unstable disorder. One moment you up, one moment you're down, one moment you're moving forward, the next moment you're moving backward. And they tend to have manic phases as well. And when they're in their mania, they make irrational decisions. At the flip of a dime, just irrational, impulsive decisions. So let's look up. If we don't talk about Kanye running for president first, let's look up his mental instability. Let's look up bipolarism and see what that disease consists of, and then let's say, okay, because that's the first thing we need to look at for anybody who's running for president. First of all, when you come to the table, you're gonna have to bring your mindset. What do you stand for? Where are you at? Where's your stability? Are you mentally stable? First, that's the first question. Are you mentally stable? That represents who you are, what you go do, and how you go lead. That's your brain. That's your mind. So
they said Einstein was mentally unstable too. So
but he didn't in the country.
Yeah, but he's still hailed as a hero in this country. But go ahead, sister. And then I want to stick a pin in this.
Okay. So with Einstein, listen, I'm not just because you are mental. They said he had a mental condition. Number one, it depends on what. I mean, listen, if he had a mental condition, he had a mental condition. There's no law against people with mental conditions inventing things. But when you lead inventing things that prove that show proof and they actually work. But when you're running the country, come on, who would vote for someone that has a mental instability? I mean, seriously, that's what we need to be looking at when we talk about Kanye West. Nothing else. The man is simply not equipped. He has a mental issue.
Yeah.
And I'm not going against anybody else with mental disorders, okay? Nobody with mental disorders. But when you are bipolar, you are simply ill-equipped to run the country.
I got you.
And that's just a fact.
I got you. You know how we is on this political debate. So we got the rest of the year. It's an election year. We got the rest of the year to have this. But I'm going to tell you what I want to speak on, right? Is this cancel culture bullshit and it seems like right now. Hold on, let me show my face because I really want people to see my face when I see this. It seems like right now people can't have an alternate opinion. And that's what I'm learning, sis. And that's what I don't like, right? Because Chance the Rapper, for that tweet, people was all on him. They want to cancel him. They asked him, is he dumb? Is he stupid? He got called ignorant and all of that shit just because he has a difference of opinion. Everybody is not going to line up to go vote for creepy Joe Biden. Just because we know Trump. Like, I know Trump doesn't need to be in office, but you're not finna say, get Trump out of here to rile me up to go vote for somebody I don't fuck with. And if I come on this show and say, listen, I'm not fucking with Joe Biden, I'm thinking about fucking with Ye. Or if I just ask the question, listen, I don't like the lesser of two evils. Let's throw this third person in here, and I'm gonna at least hear this third person out. I'm not just gonna kick him to the side. He's crazy. Kick him to the side, and let's move on and keep running with creepy Uncle Joe. I'm not going to go for that. And it's a mob mentality and the gang mentality that our people tend to have, where we want to say, if you don't think like me or agree with me, you're ignorant, you're stupid, you should do more research. But I could look at those same y'all should do more fucking research on Joe Biden. You're going to go vote. I've said this, I'm going to say this till I turn blue in the face. Black people vote if you put a D beside your name. All you have to do is put a fucking D beside your name, and you got the black people. Put some hot sauce in your bag and fucking march at a Black Lives Matter rally, and you got black people in your bag. And it's a shame and it's pitiful that black people vote is being whored out like that. We're fucking prostitutes with our vote. It don't take much. We're groupies. We're gold diggers with our vote. You show us a shiny watch and say, hey, vote for me. I got a shiny watch. Black people are like, oh, he got a shiny watch. Let's go vote for him. And that's bullshit. We vote on emotions. Everybody else vote with their economics, with their agendas, and they vote to get shit done for their people and their community. We are the only community that just says, oh, we don't like this person. We don't like this other person. We don't like neither one of them, but let's just vote for this person just because we really, really hate this person. It's like, no, fuck it. I don't know. Like I said, so we got the rest of the year. I don't want to. This is a big show. We 20 minutes in. I don't want to get bogged down with politics.
I agree with what you're saying. Black people are programmed to vote Democrat. Mm-hmm. I 100% agree with you on that. Okay, but but I do think that black people are waking up. All right, and first of all, I'm reading this comment on the screen. I'm not voting for anybody just because they're black. Just because you're black don't make you right. I'm not doing that. I have a brain of my own. I have a mind of my own. And when you vote for somebody just because they're black, you are emotionally voting. That is emotionally voting when you're voting for somebody just because they're black. We would be complete idiots to vote for Kanye West. Are you serious? What qualifies Kanye West to run the country? The first thing,
I'm listening.
No, when you come to the table, okay, and you're running for any kind of office, the first thing they want to know is, are you mentally equipped? Because that's where it starts. That's where it starts. Are you able to think clearly? Are you able to think logically? Where do you stand? Are your thoughts, are your ideas, are they clear? What are they based on?
Let me ask you this.
Can you follow things all the way through? Can you follow, once you start something, can you follow it all the way through? Are you able to look at things from all parameters?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not voting for nobody just because they're black. It starts with, number one, when they get on that podium and they start debating about why they should be the president and why you should vote for them. What you're listening to is their mentality and their thoughts. You're listening to their mind, their brain, and how they think and feel about certain things. And if an individual comes to the table and they want to run and that is not even intact, how could they even be considered to be a candidate? Because it starts with your mentality first. It starts with clear thought. And Kanye West does not have that.
You know what?
With clear thought.
All right. You know what I want to do, sis? I promise we're gonna have to do this, man. Probably next week or before this election year. We're gonna analyze some Joe Biden speeches, right? Because you're saying clear thought and people have to be mentally ready. But when you listen to Joe Biden, like when you really listen to him, he doesn't have an agenda for our people. He doesn't have an agenda for the American people. He's just not Trump. That's the only thing he's standing on.
That is not why I'm voting.
Listen to what he's doing, though, sis. He's fucking playing us like he's in California, passing out fried chicken to black people. He gets on the Breakfast Club and say, hey, Charlamagne, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Yeah, man, we don't need to fuck with nobody who look at us like that.
I agree with you, but what you go? Okay, so you want to sit out?
I say hold it hostage. You know that. I want to say make our vote valuable.
Well, I tell you this.
I'm gonna say it one more time, sis, and then you can go, and then we have to end this. I did not want to do 30 minutes on
okay.
creepy Uncle Joe and Kanye and fucking Donald Trump. I didn't want to do 30 minutes on this, but I am going to say this, and I'm happy. We got a few people in here. Listen, hold your vote hostage. Come up with an agenda and come up with some finances. People vote with their money and their agendas. The black community is the only community that votes just to fucking get a sticker that says I voted and to get on the ground. Now it's time to take a selfie and let motherfuckers know I just voted for my next slave master. Everybody look at me. And it's like, what is his agenda? If I put out a poll right now and say, hey, can y'all name me 3 things that Joe Biden stands for and what's he gonna approve for this country? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Nobody knows. And that's why I say, sis, we're gonna analyze one of his speeches. That'll be a good exercise.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll analyze that. But yeah, let's move on, sis. I guess let's go to this old story, man. Let's go. Y'all see, I got sis in the background. Y'all see her? Look at her, man.
Messy.
Salute to the queen, man. Salute to the queen, man.
Messy.
Salute to the queen. Man, hold on.
And I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement.
You done made a song out of it.
Entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August.
Hey.
August. August.
Entanglement.
An entanglement with August. I got into an entanglement with August.
All right. Let's get it, man. So yes, sis, an entanglement. I mean, shit. We're gonna jump straight off the porch. Sis, are you involved in any entanglements at the moment?
No, I'm not. Jada's full of bull crap. That's just all I got to say. Jada's full of it. You know, she gets on the red table talk and she wants to, put everybody at the therapeutic table and try to air out their issues and speak all calmly and maybe you should do this and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, she's screwing. She's screwing August Alsina. Okay. So to me, I've always said that Jada was full of BS.
You've always thought that? Why?
Yeah, she's full of it. Because Jada has a way of making her situations right, even though they be jacked up.
Give me an example, sis.
Okay, so for instance, it makes me question Will Smith when they talk about their relationship and how Jada will say, this is Jada, this is her idea. She'll say, we might not. She'll say, I don't care what we're going through. I don't care if we never ever talk again, but we will never leave one another. I will be in this side of the house with my lover, and you'll be on that side of the house with your lover, but we will never leave each other. What kind of mess is that?
Sounds like a business marriage. So
okay, but who benefits from that the most? Will Smith or Jada Smith?
From the business agreement.
Who benefits? From that?
Probably Jada, but Jada has the kids though, so Jada gonna be
over 18. Their kids are over 18, so there's no child support. There's no type of support. If he was still supporting the kids, the money would go directly to the kids. It would not go to Jada.
Let me say this. All right, fuck it, man. I'm gonna die on this. I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm on the top of this hill, sis. I'm gonna die. You don't have to die with me on this hill. I think Will, right? Will fucking benefits from their business arrangement because, all right, so
how
the creator of the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a homosexual, right? Okay. And it's been noted that MC Shan was originally cast to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he said the executive producer, the creator of the show, was trying to do some homosexual shit with him, and he didn't go for it. So he ended up not getting the role. So naturally, when Will Smith takes that role, we're gonna look at him like, what did you have to do for that role? If the brother MC Shan turned that role down, then what did you have to do for it? And I'm not, this is our speculation. I don't know, but in my mind, I think we know how freaky and kinky Hollywood can get. I think it may have been it may have either been or still is some kind of homosexual entanglements.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know about that.
I don't want to kill
you. Could be, look, like
your idol.
Who knows what goes on in Hollywood?
Yeah.
So that's very, very questionable when you talk about Hollywood, because Cat Williams let it out the bag.
Exactly.
So, and you could be right, but I can say this: when you see August Alsina, he doing his interview, he talked about him and Jada. He never mentioned anything about Will other than Will gave him permission, but he talked about Jada. Also, when I went back and I was looking at their history, and I've seen them in 2015. I was able to, in 2015, I saw them at a wireless festival in London.
Okay.
It was Jada and August. In 2016, they were on a family vacation. It was Jada, August, and her daughter and her boyfriend. You hear me?
Say it again. My bad. I was reading the comment. I'm so sorry.
In 2016. In 2006, so in 2015, I saw a photo with August and Jada. They were in London at a wireless festival. All right, 2015, 2016, they were taking family vacations, and the vacation was with Jada and August Alsina and her daughter and the daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was them four. All right.
Yeah.
Will wasn't nowhere in that. In 2017, Jada was doing interviews with him. In 2018, Jada was doing more interviews with him. In 2018, again, he had sent, I don't know if this was it was a birthday text. And the text read, I'm going to read it to you. Let me see.
Oh, she got the receipts.
Okay, so, but I'm just to show that, to me, it seems like after looking at their background, the relationship was between him and Jada. But this is what the text said. It said, I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's divine order. You are an example of God's divinity and its covering over my life. A beautifully complex individual you are. I could spend a lifetime decoding you. Thank you for your laughter. Thank you for seeing my heart and character and not measuring me based upon what I come from. You see me for who I am and what I'm going to be, even when I can't see me. Thank you for challenging me on a daily basis. You're a little piece of heaven here on earth, the fortune in my cookie, the vet to my rookie. Your love personified. You are love personified. There hasn't been enough dictation created to articulate or express the capacity of my love for you. It's simply beyond measure and human comprehension. So as my soul continues this quest, I just like to say happy birthday, Beth.
Yeah, there you go.
There's another one. This man was in love with her. Here's another text.
She put it on.
Here's another text, and it reads, she is one of the main reasons of my restoration in people and in humans and in women. She has played such a huge role in my life, in my recovery, in my willingness to do and be more and better of a man and human for other people on this earth. And also not just for other people. Be better and more kind to myself. She is somebody that I believe should or could or would be the greatest part of someone's life in a friendship. All right. So we got those texts, and those are only the ones that we know about. Yeah. Now, if you listen to his interview when he was on Angela Yee's show, you heard how he said he gave his whole self to her. Yes. And he would be okay if he died right now, knowing that he had loved the way that he loved.
Facts.
That ain't got nothing to do with Will Smith. He fell in love with Jada, and they had a relationship. It wasn't no darn entanglement. They had a relationship. And you know what? And she was wrong for taking advantage of that boy.
Oh, okay. You going now?
Yeah, she was wrong for taking advantage of him because he's her son's age.
Yeah, I heard he was like the first one that brought August around.
Yeah, he brought August around, and the thing is, he was sick. He was sick, and he was also a drug addict. He was addicted to drugs when she met him. So here's my thing: being that she was old enough to be his mother, if I see a boy that's addicted to drugs and I'm old enough to be his mother, I'm probably gonna mother him. I'm not gonna sex him. I'm gonna mother him.
Well, I don't know, man. The world gets crazy sometimes, and you never know. You know what they say: you can't help who you fall in love with.
I'm sorry. I don't think I would have let that happen. I don't think I would have let that happen. I mean, I would be too embarrassed and ashamed. Myself, I would be thinking, what would my kids think of me? And my thing is, if you go cheat, look, you married to Will Smith, and you cheating with August Alsina. Come on now.
Well, maybe she wasn't getting satisfied. You know, I really want to say,
no, baby. I'm gonna get it from Martin Lawrence. I'm gonna get it from somebody else. I am not getting it from August. I'm sorry. I am not getting it from August.
You ain't gonna get it from Martin. You're gonna really humiliate Will. Like, Will was embarrassed because this shit hit the fan, but
he was embarrassed.
Really hit the fan if it's Martin. If Jada fucks Martin Lawrence, then come on now. Like,
this is all I'm saying.
Movies together. You wild.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to depict here is a man in power. Will Smith is a powerful guy. I am not gonna step down. That's like going from Godzilla to an ant. I'm not. I'm not gonna do August Alsina. I'm not. Anyway, she was wrong on so many levels, and like I said, to me, Jada always have been full of BS.
Well, I don't know, man. They said the rumor is they have an open relationship and shit was open, and I don't know. Maybe she did put it on August, but I mean, if I have to speak for August though, who wouldn't want to have sex with Jada? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm at the house hanging out and we sipping on something, smoking on a little something, and I see Jada flirting with me, at first I'm gonna be like, oh, is she flirting with me? But then it keeps happening, and then I get a little saucy, you know. I take another little sip of the drink, and then I look and say, oh, she is flirting with me. Jada, you better quit playing with me, man, before I have you entangled. Yeah, I'm gonna hit her with that. So I'm gonna say, hey, Jada, you better quit playing with me before I have you entangled out here, man.
But you know what? I'm not knocking August Alsina. Okay, so you got to look at the history of August Alsina. He did not have a good relationship with his mother in the first place.
Okay.
His mother was a drug addict. And once he became famous, he was the breadwinner of the family. And he talks about his history and how he really wasn't raised and how hard it was, and the death of his sister. He really had a hard upbringing, and his mother was not there. And so I can see how easy it was for Jada to get in there, and for him she fulfilled every need that he always had. The void of, that motherly figure. Yeah. Plus she's sexy. Then she's very she's very therapeutic. At least she wants to appear that way. So, and understanding. So I could see how he could fall in love with her. But so I'm not blaming August. I'm blaming Jada, because she was she should have been putting that boy in. To me, she should have mothered him, parented him instead of sexing him. And Will Smith, when he sat down to talk to Will, asked Will what was going on, if he could basically screw his wife.
Well, they said that was false. They said that one was false, though.
So you think August lied about that?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just know I don't know. They said they broke up, so he wouldn't have to get Will's blessings if they were separated. What they said, but
why would he tell the truth about everything else? Why would he tell the truth about everything else, but then lie about that?
Yeah, I think if I had to pick a side, I would probably say August is the more believable person out of those three people, because we know the history, like, especially if I'm coming with the narrative that I'm thinking. If I'm thinking that Will may have been or maybe not have been involved in some homosexual activities, then it's in Jada's and Will's best interest to come out and say, like, we were separated and I didn't agree to that, but now we're cool. I told her she was bullshitting. I don't know. Another vibe Will had about him too was, I told you this wasn't a good idea for you in August. I'm sure Will knew about it. He either knew about it from the jump or found out about it. And he had that look that you give your girl like,
he had that look.
We shouldn't be here right now because I told you years ago, you're doing some bullshit right now.
You could see the disappointment in his face, even though it was, look, Jada want to say it was 4 years ago, but according to these texts and the stuff that I found, they were still messing around in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
They were still messing around in 2019.
I believe that. I believe that.
So, but Will had that look, and he didn't let her BS around either. When she said entanglement, he was like, entanglement, Jada.
Yeah.
Relationship. He didn't let her play with it. And he did have that look like he was disappointed. Like that look that you get once you in trouble.
Here you go, sis. I got it. I already got it queued up. Here go that look. Here go that look. There you go.
There you look.
Hey, that look right there is like, hey man.
Right?
Look at you. You got me right here at this motherfucking table.
Thank you.
I told you years ago, you better chill before we end up at this motherfucking table.
Thank you.
Will, man. Damn, I know Will, he also got this look. He also got this look too about it.
The whole interview.
Hold on, sis. He got this look too. Let me play this.
When I this nigga want ya, and your nigga can do nothing for ya. He's always been loyal. He's always been loyal.
Hey, that's the look he was giving her right there, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know.
What's so crazy is they know they have a messed up marriage because in the end, did you hear them say what they said? What's that little thing they say in Bad Boys?
Bad marriage. They say bad boys for life. They say bad marriage for life. Bad marriage for life.
What does that say?
Man, it's getting wild out there.
Wow. Not to mention, let's look at their kids. The girl is homosexual. The boy is homosexual. The boy want to be a girl and the girl want to be a boy. Come on. And they have an open marriage. These people are just, they crazy.
What's your thoughts on open marriage? Agree, disagree, don't care. What?
It depends on to me, it just depends on what you want. I think if you're searching for happiness, in a marriage, that's not going to get you there. But if you just want to stay attached to somebody because of their power and their fame, like Jada want to be attached to Will, and still want to have your cake and ice cream.
I think we can't say that. I'm gonna stop you real quick. We gotta say that both of them know that it's in both of their best interests to stay together.
It's not best interest to stay with.
No. Let me tell you. Like Will is a movie star, right? Yes, we get that. But the Smith family is a powerful conglomerate. It takes all of that. We can't say that. We can't say the vehicle. We know the engine and the transmission of the vehicle is probably two of the most important parts of the vehicle. But if you don't have a tire, that vehicle don't move.
If you don't have a key, how Jada adds,
go ahead.
I don't see how Jada adds to the relationship. If Jada divorces, let's talk about her movies, okay? And let's talk about Will Smith's movies, okay? Come on.
It's not about that, but Jada makes number one, like I keep saying, number one, Jada takes Will out of that. For some people, it takes him out of that. He may have homosexual tendencies. It takes him out of that when he says, I have a wife and kids and a family.
Jada can be replaced.
But how would Will look if he replaced with them kids? Like she did have the kids.
Are grown. They're grown.
I mean, but listen.
You know her son is 27.
I mean, but you're saying that now.
He's not 27. I'm sorry. He's not 27. Let me not say that. All I've seen is 27. Her son, they're grown.
I mean, yeah, but
I divorce in Hollywood every day. If he divorced Jada or Jada divorced him, that man will still fly.
I believe it, but I still think
what will happen to Jada Pinkett?
I still think it's kind of like the president. Like powerful people are going to have wives. you pretty much damn near gotta have a wife, or people are gonna be like, damn, Will, you don't have a wife? Didn't you? What didn't the gay man? Didn't the gay man have you on that show when you was a young boy? People them antennas are gonna go up if he doesn't have the facade of, listen, I've got a wife and a family.
But you acting like Jada is the only person on this planet that will marry him. Jada can be replaced.
Who's gonna keep his secrets? Who's gonna keep Will's secrets?
His next wife.
Like, you can't trust them. Why would you trust her?
His next wife that, look, Eddie Murphy got divorced. What are you talking about?
Nah,
what are you talking about?
I think you keep that secret. I think you keep this. I think you're gonna stay with Jada because she can keep your secret. If it is, y'all, this is all speculation.
I mean, listen.
If Will is dipping in some other baskets, you know what I'm saying, in Hollywood, you got a wife that you know. You don't even have to wonder if this new girl is gonna keep your secrets. You know for a fact, I got a solid rock right here. No matter what I do, it's a business decision for her to keep this secret.
What is that thing that they sign? Goodness, not a prenup, but
NDA, non-disclosure.
Yes, yeah. They all have them to sign that. And for any woman who comes into the relationship, she's gonna sign the non-disclosure because Will is gonna up her. She's gonna sign it. Will is going to up her, and you better know that she's gonna honor that non-disclosure. Most of the women in Hollywood do. Look at Eddie Murphy's wife; she ain't said nothing. Didn't Martin Lawrence and his wife get divorced?
I don't remember. Probably.
I mean, these people, they really don't speak. I'm just saying, Jada does not add anything to him. She can be replaced. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. So,
and I think Jada, and you're not gonna play Jada like she's a slouch either. Like Will can't be replaced. Like Jada can go find her somebody that's popping. Like you playing Jada. Why you playing Jada? Like you see this on my screen. Do you see that on my screen, man?
Listen, it's not that many powerful black men in Hollywood. So her pickings are very slim. Her pickings are very
go to the white man. She might get the white man.
She might go to the white man.
Yeah, if she's in it for power and money, I wouldn't even say
I was trying to think. I was trying to remember how we came upon what we're talking about now. And you asked me if I believe in open relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it depends on what the agenda of the couple is. If you're marrying for love, for true love, no, I don't believe in an open relationship. But if you're marrying for business, then I believe in an open relationship. Me personally, I want to marry for love.
And you just want to be one person. He's with you. You're with him. Monogamous.
Yeah.
You just want to be monogamous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I probably would be open to an open relationship.
Of course you would.
Just because I don't know. Just because I don't want to lie and cheat, and my track record shows me that
we're gonna have to talk.
It's hard for you to stay with one. Like I wouldn't even trick myself into thinking that my track record doesn't say. It's hard for me to be monogamous.
Well, we're gonna have to do a show on that.
Yeah, we'll do one. I want to last week. Yeah, we get on that. That's a good one. Because we can do one on polygamy also. You feel me? I like it. Ziriab, my brother. Ziriab, you're right on time. We finna get to it. Man. I think that's our cue, sis, to get to it. Shit, we're 48 minutes in. Let's get into it. I guess I want to ask you, what is your thought on what comes to your mind when you hear this term, anti-Semitic?
Anti-Semitic to me is when you're disrespecting or degrading Jews. You're disrespecting or degrading them in one way, form, or fashion. Whether it's physically, whether it's verbally, that to me, that's what that is. Let's look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Pull it up, sis, if you got it. I was looking for a picture real quick. Hold on. Why the hell I didn't have this picture loaded up? But yeah, anti-Semitic, man. I want to know. Y'all let me know in the comments. What do y'all think? When y'all first hear the term anti-Semitic, what comes to your mind? Talk to me, people. Talk to me, family. What comes to your mind when you hear that phrase? Anti-Semitic. What does that mean to you? Y'all talk to me.
And we are not looking up Wikipedia.
Oh shit. Yeah, everybody hit the like button, the share button, subscribe button. We in here, man. We in here a little heavy tonight, man. Everybody want to hear you put words like entanglement in the title and anti-Semitic, and everybody like, oh shit, what they talking about? But
okay, so this is coming from Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Okay.
And it says, relating to or characterized by anti-Semitism. Feeling or showing hostility toward or discrimination against Jews as cultural, racial, or an ethnic group. That's it.
Hold on, say it again.
It says, feeling or showing hostility toward or discrimination against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. Say it again. Feeling or showing hostility toward or discrimination against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. And that came from Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Tricky definition with tricky wordplay and.
No, I think it's plain and simple.
Yeah, but it's saying showing. Like, what do they mean?
Yeah, you can show like discrimination, showing like Jews aren't allowed in this place. You know, the same way they used to do black people.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me get to this. Where I want to go. Let me play a little audio clip, sis. Let me play this. This is what he said. So let's get into really what he said about it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Who are they? When we speak of, because this is where it truly is, when we talk about the six corporations, when we go as deep as the Rothschild, centralized banking, the 13 families, the bloodlines that control everything, even outside of America. When we talk about the people who, if we were truly the children of Israel, and we're defining who the Jewish people are, because I feel like if we actually can understand that construct, then we can see that there is no hate involved. When we talk about the lies, the deceit, how the fake dollar controls all of this, then maybe we can get to the reason why they wanted to silence you, why they wanted to silence Minister Farrakhan, and they want to throw that we are having hate speech when it's never hate speech, when it's not. You can't be anti-Semitic when the Semitic, when we are the Semitic people, when we are the same people that who they want to be. Okay, producer Mark.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, my bad, y'all. I got the ice machine going in the back, man. I gotta refill my beverage. I gotta refill my alkaline water on this one.
Okay, alkaline.
This shit is getting crazy, man. All right, so sis, come on, man. What are your thoughts, man? So Nick Cannon said a lot. He said a lot, and he said I just want to touch on this point real quick. He says a lot of things. If y'all watch these damn Hebrew Israelite interviews, everybody on this channel, y'all go back, go search around the YouTube channel, search around the Facebook channel, and go back and watch these interviews that I do with the Israelite brothers. I know y'all people think they're crazy and they're that, but they've been telling us for years that black people are the original Hebrews. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm gonna have to tiptoe around this. So I guess we'll use words. We'll just say the traditional Epstein's, right? But y'all know when I say Epstein's, don't think about his charges. Just listen to his last name: the Weinsteins, the Greenbergs, the Holbergs. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying pretty much that black people are the original Greenbergs. You know what I'm saying? He's and Louis Farrakhan has been telling us for years that black people are the original Semites, right? Which come from the word Shemites. You know what I'm saying? So it get deep. We can go deep into that, right? But sis, don't let me waffle and ramble on, sis. Give me your thoughts on what you just heard Nick Cannon say.
There was no type of anti-Semitic remark to me. I just think they didn't like what he was talking about and the people that he was referencing. And that's how I feel. And sometimes I think that people, you know how some people want, how they reach. I think this is a reach simply because, and they simply did not like the fact, I'm going to say this, Professor Griff was on the show.
Number one, they put a target on him. Good shot.
Yep. And see, Professor Griff, if you remember, well, you remember he was with the group Public Enemy.
I know, right? I remember, but get the people a history lesson. We got some young bucks on here tonight.
Okay, so Professor Griff, he's a former Public Enemy member, and he was put out the rap group Public Enemy back in the late 80s or early 90s, after making a so-called anti-Semitic statement in an interview that was posted in the Washington Times. And because he made that statement, he got kicked out of Public Enemy, a Black Power rap group.
It's a fact. That's a fact.
A Black Power, and these are the things. If y'all seen the video, Can't Trust It, y'all have to go back and watch that video. Can't Trust It. If you do not know who Public Enemy is, go to YouTube, type in Public Enemy, Can't Trust It, and this will show you what they stand for. And Fight the Power. Fight the Power and Can't Trust It. Go back and look at their YouTube videos, and this will show you what Public Enemy stands for. All right. So when he made the remarks that he made in the Washington Times, these were the things that they normally rapped about. But because it caused a ripple, white folks didn't like it in white America, he was kicked out of the Black Power rap group Public Enemy.
Yeah.
They kind of tell you what, Public Enemy. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Yeah. But anyway, if y'all go back and look at the video, Can't Trust It, and also Fight the Power by Public Enemy, you will see this is what they were on. So anyway, I think the fact that he had Professor Griff on there, they didn't like it because Professor Griff, he caused ripples in white America. Also, he mentioned a couple of times Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, they hate.
Let's get it. He got Professor Griff on the show.
Yeah.
He mentioned Louis Farrakhan a couple of times, and he also mentioned there's a Afrocentric psychiatrist, Welsing. Her name is
the Queen Mother
Welsing.
Queen Mother Frances Cress Welsing. Yeah.
Yes, okay. And this woman right here, I mean, she was on her stuff back in the day, and she wrote like papers and
the ISIS papers.
Yep, that you looked at. Yeah, she did the ISIS papers. She came up with an essay called The Cress Theory of Color Confrontation and Racism, White Supremacy. And what she really believed was white people were genetically defective descendants of blacks, meaning that they were albino mutants. That's what she believes.
Yeah, I think Farrakhan said some shit like that too. Yeah. The Yakub theory. It's different theories of how white people.
It's different theories, and that's what she studied. Also, she believed that there was a conspiracy to ensure white genetic survival, and because there was a conspiracy to ensure white genetic survival, that whites created AIDS. They created addiction like crack cocaine and infiltrate and placed it in the black communities. And
who did that? Who's responsible for that? The Greenbergs? Or you talking
just whites in general?
I got you.
So she believes that that those things were done to ensure white genetic survival. And she also, now I don't know if she's the first, okay, but she also believed that homosexuality amongst African Americans was a ploy by white males to decrease black population.
Oh no, she caught that early. Like she caught that early. That shit in like the 70s or the 80s. She said like she said black men will eventually put on dresses, and you will not, and they will be confused about sexuality.
She caught that early. And so that's why I said I don't know if she's the first, so I'm not gonna say that, but she caught it early.
Yeah, she caught it early.
So with that being said, Nick Cannon having Professor Griff on the show, bringing and quoting stuff from Louis Farrakhan and supporting some of the things that Louis Farrakhan believes. Also, our Miss Wilson quoting things from her theologies.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were pissed. I didn't hear anything anti-Semitic come out of his mouth. In fact, he was claiming to be a Jew himself.
They don't want you. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that, sis, is, all right, let's say the original Jews were black, right? And their whole culture and their religion and their way of life was stolen and remixed and put onto another group of people, right? So let's just say that did happen. It's crazy that you can't even come out and say, hey, our history was stolen without fucking being canceled, or they want to take your business. Because let me throw this in. He was fired from Viacom. So all of that wilding out and all his business, he's been with Viacom since '98. Right. All those Nickelodeon shows and Nick at Night and all that. And he was a writer. He was the youngest writer for Nickelodeon at 17 ever. Yeah. And they gave him some stock in it. You know what I'm saying? They gave him they gave him some power within it. So he had his relationship real good with Viacom. I don't like the fact that they're trying to take his Wildin' Out franchise and he's the owner. Because I think someone said in the chat that he's begging for his job back, but no, Ziriab, he's not.
I don't think he's begging.
He's asking for his company. Like, I own this company, and y'all are looking me in the face and telling me that you're going to take my company that I built and that I own. And that shit ain't right. Just because nobody is above fucking criticism. Right. Nobody's above criticism. If I say, listen, this group of people has been doing this bullshit, you can't just say, oh, they give it a word. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, so we're gonna shut you down, or you're anti-Semitic, we're gonna shut you down, or you're a racist, you're a bigot, we're gonna shut you down. It's like, no, these brothers are just telling their truth, and it's a lot of people that agrees with them. Like, that's what I always say. Like, black people aren't making this shit up. We're not making this shit out of thin air and just regurgitating it. No, like, people have researched this. That's why I like talking to the Israelite brothers, because they tell you straight up in your face, you are the original Jew, black man. You are the chosen people that the Bible speaks about. So let's black woman.
Did you hear anything anti-Semitic come out of his mouth?
I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of shit that I've heard before. Now,
did you hear anything anti-Semitic? Any intent toward hating Jewish people or having negative intention toward Jewish people?
I did.
Or anything bashing a Jewish person?
I did, because guess what? I didn't hear him speak on. I didn't hear him speak on how the Greenbergs run media, run music, how they mass produce pornography and put it into the community, how they mass produce gangster rap and focused strictly on gangster rap and made sure that got promoted through the community. And I don't know, man. I didn't see him mention any of that.
That's another show too.
Yeah, he didn't mention any of that. He just mentioned the fact that
he did mention the Rothschilds, which they didn't like because they felt like he was talking about conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but fuck that phrase, conspiracy theory. That shit is known that they came up with that shit in the 50s so you wouldn't criticize the government.
Yeah.
Like in the 50s, if you said, man, the government is doing some bullshit, they said, oh, we need to create a phrase for that. Oh, quick. They scrambled it out. Now you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was in the 50s. So 70 years later, yes, that sticks. Yeah. Then we can just say, oh, Cola, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. You're just talking crazy. And these other words, sister, you may not agree, but these other words like, oh, you're bipolar. You're bipolar, Cola. Stop talking about it. Why are you talking about the green birds? Why are you talking? You have mental illness. I'm just saying, if you notice, mental illness has been a hot phrase for the last 3 or 4 years. I'm telling you where it's going. I'm telling you
when it is documented and you've been hospitalized for it, what?
I mean, Kanye ain't been. All right, I don't want to go back there. How would you know?
I'm not gonna
How
go
would you know?
because it was
Illegal.
publicized.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
It was publicized.
Listen to me, though, Carla. Listen to me, sister. Listen to me, sister.
My God.
It should not be publicized. If I go and see my doctor and my doctor diagnoses me with bipolar disorder, nobody should know except me.
I agree with you. That is a HIPAA violation. Nobody should know. That's a HIPAA. So listen, we're talking about two different things. I agree with you. I did not say that it was supposed to be public knowledge. I didn't say that. So you talking about something else. I agree with you. That should be private and personal. That's your own personal business. All right. So got that. All right.
Go ahead, sis. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you go. Hold on, sis, real quick. I just want to shout out this brother. Just came in. I'm happy he came in.
All right.
Shalom to my brother Naquan. Naquan, please leave some comments, man. Tell me, what do you think about what Nick Cannon said, that black people are the original Hebrews? The black people are the real Hebrews, and black people, the Hebrew culture was stolen, remixed, and then labeled and claimed by another group of people. That's all. So let's go ahead. I just want to make sure my brother, while he's in here, that he really speaks to this. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so anyway, I was just saying, listen, it's not much you can say when it's documented, and then the person has been hospitalized, and the person says it themselves. Then what, you go argue with him? He's telling you that he's bipolar. You go say no, you ain't.
Yeah, but I don't want to get back into that. Only reason
I was just finalizing what you said. You were saying that they can be thrown out and used toward anybody, a mental disability.
But it can be.
I agree with you. It can be. But when you have been hospitalized for it, when you have had said it your own self, then it's not being used as the weapon. You are speaking your truth.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Okay. I mean, that could be your truth, though. So it's like, I'm just saying where shit is going, right?
Yes, it can be used as a weapon. I agree with you.
Exactly. Because I can go out and do some bullshit tonight and then say, hey, I am mentally ill. I have bipolar, schizophrenia. I can come up with all these, whatever words I give, ADHD, or whatever I can say. I can go out and always say that.
Of course you can. And you can also be
words. To me, those are crutch words. So conspiracy theory is just a crutch word for the American government to say, hey, Cola, shut the fuck up. You are conspiracy theorists. And that means nobody believe anything she says because she's coming with these. What did they say? I think I read an article that said Nick Cannon, he was regurgitating a bunch of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. And I'm like, wait, what?
And here's the thing. I don't even think a lot of these people even know what anti-Semitic means. I think they're just tossing the word around. They don't. I don't believe that they know what anti-Semitic means. And if you can see, there was no. I just didn't hear anything anti-Semitic. I did not hear it. And he had no negative intent at all. He wasn't degrading, demeaning. I just didn't hear it. But what I believe again, listen, he referenced Louis Farrakhan on his show several times. Yeah. He referenced Dr. Francis several times. And all of these people, of course, are people who speak up for the rights of blacks. Yes. And they know the place of black peoples, and the wool is not pulled over their eyes. So he spoke over a whole lot of people that white America would consider. What they call Louis Farrakhan. They say that he is. They have all kind of names for Louis Farrakhan. That he supports a black hate group. You know, they call the Nation of Islam
Of course.
a white hate group.
Yep, separatist. They call him a separatist.
All of that. So
Anti-Semite or
yes,
fucking.
they do. They call him an
They give them all
anti-Semite.
of those labels, and those are just labels,
They
man.
call him an anti-Semite. They call Professor Griffin anti-Semite. And then this black Dr. Francis, you know, she was pro-black as well, and she wasn't allowing the wool to be pulled over her eyes either. So all of these pro-black people he was referencing to while interviewing one of them. And the fact that and I think that just really pissed them off that he's not following the regular narrative that a lot of these blacks follow when they're on television and they have a show.
That's
and
a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. They don't want you to go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, he was basically speaking the place of white people, of blacks and his opinion of whites in this world. I went through what some key things that he said.
Okay, get to it, sis. Real quick, while you look that up, everybody, while you in the building, if you're enjoying the show, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. We got a good one tonight. Sister Cola talking her shit. Mr. McGee talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? We're in the zone. Real quick, we have to. I'm gonna speak on this next after Sister Cola finishes her thought. We have to protect our people. We can't let the wider community, or what people say the dominant society, tell us who to counsel and when to counsel them. No, we have to look out for our people. But go ahead, so I'm gonna get more into that a little bit. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know that good stuff.
Okay, so discuss the reasons why they were probably bothered, why they were bothered. Also, you know, most of the people in media, they are Jews anyway. They own
Greenbergs. Let's try to use the word Greenbergs just so they won't cut the shit out.
Greenbergs. I'm sorry. Okay. And so with that being said, I guess it would step on some toes if he is saying, no, I'm the real Semitic part. I'm the real Jew and not you. So I guess that would step on some toes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they're his boss. The Greenbergs are his boss. Yeah. Or his boss. I guess they would step on the show. But he also said this. He talked about, you know, melanated people being powerful. And he also insinuated that now this is where he really, really went wrong, even though he may find a lot, it may be true, but this to me where he went wrong, when he insinuated that whites were more savage, animalistic, evil, barbaric, and he did say it was due to, this is not in his exact words, but basically due to the environment of them living in the Nordic mountains. And then he went on to say other things as well. But this is really why he got fired.
Yeah, it was that. It was that because
this is why he got fired. Yeah. Because he said that they were more savage, animalistic, evil, barbaric, and this is mainly due to them historically living in the Nordic mountains.
Yes.
And this is really what got him fired.
What do you think about that? So let me ask you that. Do you think it's a certain group of people that are more barbaric due to the environment that they came out of?
I do. I mean, because, you know, it's survival of the fittest, which would make you barbaric.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, when you living in a cold climate, extremely cold climate, there's hardly no food. You know what I mean? There's really no resources. It's really survival of the fittest.
I hope my supervisor ain't still tuned in. I found out this week that my supervisor checked out one of the shows, and I asked him. I said,
let me ask you: is he white?
Yeah, of course he's white. So I asked him. It was fucking funny, man, because you know how people are. So he came to me and he was trying to say boopy, but some kind of way I was talking about a podcast, and he's like, "Yeah, you always talk about how you love podcasts, but you don't talk about all the podcasts, ain't that right? Ain't that right, Boppy?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't catch it the first time, so I kept talking, and then he was like, "Is it Boppy?" And I was like, "Oh, you're talking about Boopy." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, you found my Facebook page, didn't you?" He was like, yeah. He said, man, I listened to one of your podcasts on the way to Memphis, me and my son. I think his son was like 15. I said, what did your son say? Did your son say I'm racist? He said, nah, a little.
You go get the Nick Cannon.
Yeah. So, hey, family, leave it in the comments if you got any group economic opportunities, Black economic opportunities. Listen, man, Mr. McGee is open for all suggestions, man, because time may be ticking on at my place of employment. But I just had to say that. I thought that was funny because I am finna say I am going to have to agree with you on the more barbaric phrase that you said. I have to agree with that. I think that when you come from a cold climate and you get in and you come into another climate, I think in a cold climate is every man for himself, right? So when you come out of that situation and you get into a situation where it's not really every man for themselves, you still bring this same ideology with you. So that means you're looking at other people through the way you think. So you're like, shit, if I think like this, he has to think like this. So, or I'm out of this climate and it's fruit everywhere. We was just killing each other for food, and now it's food everywhere. So you're gonna have to think like, oh shit, I better do what I need to do to get all the food right now and just get the shit right now. Right now, I don't know what my next meal is coming because I came out of a certain climate, but. You know what I'm saying, that's just what I believe about history.
So I believe that's what really got him fired. But here's the thing with Nick Cannon. Listen, this is a whole issue. You can't go on this platform in which you don't own and say these things because you are going to get fired. You are going to get fired. I don't understand why he doesn't understand why he got fired.
Well, he understands. He does understand. His thing is from the quotes and shit I read. Y'all can Google it and look what Nick Cannon said about being fired from Viacom. I don't think he cares about that, but I did read a quote where he said, "All right, now if we're quote unquote telling the truth, then tell the truth about my company and how I own this company, and y'all are pretty much taking it from me. Y'all are taking it from me, just like damn, I don't want to get far off subject, but I just watched a thing about the Wayans brothers, how they created Scary Movie 1, 2, and I think they may have did 3, and then when they was asking for more money for 4, the people just took it from them. They was like, fuck it, we're doing Scary Movie 4 no matter with y'all or without y'all. And we're not paying you this money. So they end up doing 4 and 5 without them. So that is just some bullying tactics where they whoop you with paperwork, and now they're probably going to take a while and out. And
that's just straight up thievery, not just bullying. That's just straight up stealing. Straight up. Stealing somebody's entire platform, their work, their ideas. Just stealing the what they gave birth to. That's just straight up thieving.
You know what? And damn, you said steal a person's ideas and steal something that a person
gave birth
to. Damn, that story kind of sounds familiar, but maybe I'm tripping. Damn, that story just sounds familiar. Just go and steal something that people gave birth to, and just thievery and raping and robbing and pillaging. I don't know. It just seemed like I heard that somewhere. But go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis. Maybe I'm wilding.
There you go. So oh boy, that's sickening what you just said. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but hey, all right, man. You know what, man? I don't know.
Okay, man. So let me say this. Do I agree with him saying it on his platform? I don't agree with that.
What should he say it at?
On his own, when he owns it. When he owns it himself. This is the issue. This is why we have to own our networks so that we can have true freedom of speech. We can't be on somebody else's network or platform and speaking against them. I mean, that is common sense. And so what even though you say he doesn't care about getting fired.
No, he cares. I didn't say. I mean, if I said that, I misspoke. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. The platform is gone now. He had more power to help the community while he was on the platform. He had more power then. I mean, doors may open up because they always seem to open up for Nick Cannon.
Yeah, let me speak on that real quick. Let me speak on that. You said doors, so hold your thought, but please don't forget, sis. But I want to speak on that because Diddy did reach out to Nick Cannon and let him know you always have a home at Revolt.
Who did?
Puff Daddy, the owner of the Revolt channel.
Puff Daddy owns it?
He owns it. I mean, as far as I know, I'll never know the inner workings of it, but it was presented to me as this is Puff Daddy's cable channel, like it's Oprah. Do you think Oprah owns the OWN network? I guess I have to ask you that. So he owns it just like Puff. He owns his cable brand just like Oprah owns hers.
I didn't know. I never looked into it, and I never heard that. Yeah. So, I mean, that's great to know if he does truly own that. That's great to know if it's true.
This comment is funny. It said, LOL. Diddy offered Cannon a role at Revolt TV, saying Diddy, is for his people first. Meanwhile, Mace is thinking, wait, what?
Not only Mace.
Hilarious.
Not only Mace making the band.
Yeah, everybody like, wait, what? Hold on. You finna offer him a job? What about this money you owe me, man?
Right. It's a whole bunch of people hollering, wait, what?
He said, wait, what? You finna give him what? Hold on, about
right.
You gotta pay me before you go spend. I can't see you in the mall and you owe me.
Like, it's a whole bunch of people hollering, wait, what? When you talk about Diddy.
Yeah. It is. It's weird. It's weird when you talk about Diddy. I mean, that's good. He gave him a he's offering him a job, but I don't really. But I do want to say this, man. We have to look out for our brother Nick Cannon. Don't cancel Nick Cannon because people say you should cancel him. Let's look out for Nick. It's the same way with Kaepernick, man. We have to put, and you know what I'm seeing? I'm not seeing Kaepernick being put in the same. I'm not seeing Nick Cannon being put in the same light with Kaepernick. I haven't, but I want to see us push for that. If we stood with Cap, right? It was a stand with Cap, right? That was a hashtag, stand with Cap. We have to make sure that we stand with Nick Cannon. We have to. We got to stand for our brother, man. We got to. We can't let Nick Cannon is good. He's good. He's a guy that played the game, rose up in the ranks, and then came back and got some knowledge about his people. Like, you know what I think about Nick Cannon, man, sis, because I did this, right? I went through a phase for like 3 years where I was learning new stuff. And everything I learned, I made sure I came right here to this fucking platform and said everything I just learned. Like, I just learned. It was blowing my mind. I was learning shit every day about our people and about history, and we're the originals this, we're the original that. We was the first ones to do this. We had this, we had that. I was learning shit before slavery, and that shit blew my mind. So I made sure I came and sat down.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I made sure I came and sat down, and this was started the show. I was learning so much shit. I was like, yo, I have to go live and just say this shit, bro.
Feed people, feed them.
Yeah, because it's fascinating. So Nick Cannon is doing that. I don't know how long he's been on his journey or how long he's had this information, but right now he wants to say it. Once you have this information bottled up, you have to say it to somebody.
You have to, but listen, on his platform in the world, when white people write your paychecks, you can't do that. You have to learn to fight in a different type of way. Because see, if you had a network, I mean, just let's put the shoe on the other foot. If you had a network and somebody came on your network and literally said that blacks were more savage, more animalistic, more evil, and more barbaric, a white person came on your platform and said that, what would you do? Hello?
My bad, sis. I was talking and I was on mute. But look, all right, to answer your question, what would I say?
Seriously.
I probably would let them flow The only reason is because I think I would know what their message is before I put them on my platform.
Okay. So
now, if you grow into that, now if a person grows into that, yes, I would be pissed off, right? If I hired you in 98 and in 2020 you start speaking some shit I can't get with, then yeah, I do understand where you're coming
from. But
from.
what he's telling you is that because you're black, and this is a white person coming on your platform, you're black, and he's saying to his white audience with the Grand Wizard of the Klan. and Donald Trump, and they're on your platform, and they're saying, agreeing with you as a black man, black men are more savage, more animalistic, more evil, more barbaric, and you write this man paycheck. He's telling you what he feels about you. I can't see you going along with that with the strong black man that you are.
Nah, of course I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't go along with that. Now, if I hired him as a shock, what I would call a shock jock, or someone who I know that's his ideology, before I hire him,
if you know,
if I know that this is the shit that he speaks, then I'm hiring him strictly as a business decision. I know. Yeah, I know. Now I see what you're saying, because
that's a different scenario.
He's been with Viacom since '98, and now in 2020. You start to push out these, like, we've already said something to you about your turban.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you started wearing a turban, we was already like, what you doing, Nick? And then you start talking about, yeah, I'm getting back to my history and back to my roots. And white people didn't understand that.
Yeah. And now
the Greenbergs didn't understand that. Like, what are you doing? But like you said, though, sis, it is a time of awakening, which is a beautiful thing. And we need more celebrities. I know we may not fuck with Diddy, but Diddy should put him on that platform to let him continue to teach the people. Let him teach the people, or let him at least give out his what he thinks truth is. What the history he's learned, let him put that out and let the people decide how they want to decide. We can't silence people. We have a fake ass First Amendment law, freedom of speech, but that shit comes with consequences.
There you go. It comes with consequences.
So if it comes with consequences, do I really have freedom of speech? You see what I'm saying?
No,
I don't have that constitutional right. I don't.
I don't. But you know what? I have to listen now. I am a realist, and I try to look. I don't support people just because they black and don't think white is right. But when I try to look at it on both ends. If I just, I agree with a lot of the things that Nick Cannon was saying, but I just don't agree that he should have jeopardized his business, himself, his pocket by saying those things on the platform that he said it on. Because at this point in time, if Fox decided to cancel him on the other show that he hosts,
what, the America's Got Talent or something?
Yeah, right? America's Got Talent. And if they blackball him, because he can be blackballed, I just think you have to be smart. You have to know how to navigate this.
So what I'm saying is
smart about it.
All right. So what I'm gonna say to that, I'm happy. So happy you said that, because we can pretty much wrap it up after this. But I love that you said about the blackball comment. Right. It's up to us as a people. He was speaking up for us.
Yes.
Melanated people with melanin in their body, the most amount of melanin. He was speaking up for us. So if we let Nick Cannon get blackballed, we are a bullshit type of people. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we're bullshitting if we let Nick Cannon get blackballed. If we let any of his business ideas fail, it's because of us.
I agree.
Nick Cannon should be able to go live tomorrow and say, listen, I have the Dr. Sebi documentary ready to go. The powers that be are blackballing me where I can't get this shit out. I can't get it out to a major motion picture like I wanted. So I need to collect $2 million from the family. I think we should donate our little tools and fuse to that. We should do whatever we can to make sure
I agree
in our lives, bro.
I agree with that.
He has the name and the power, and the shit that he's talking is some real shit. We can't.
It's real. I just think he needed to be smarter than that. It's real because he just threw away a huge platform in which he really could.
I say because if they're not, no, listen to me, sis. I'd rather him know now that they're not going to let him speak his truth than to find out later. Let him know now. Okay, bam, they fired you. I can't on this platform. I can't speak my real truth. I have to water it down. If that man feel like he doesn't want to water it down, then he has the right to say, fuck it, fire me.
Of course. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Go ahead. And I'm just saying,
I agree with that. You just got to be willing to know what you about to lose. That's all I'm saying. Are you ready? Are you ready for the real deal are you ready to deal with them consequences?
That's a fact. Oh my gosh. Piggybacking off of that, man. Listen, my Instagram, Born Rich Boopy, is scrolling across the bottom. Fucking subscribe to that just in case some shit happens with this. And if you're on Facebook, go to the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just type in Mr. McGee Show YouTube. You'll see the logo. Click on that, subscribe, just because we never know what's going to happen with Facebook. And vice versa. YouTube family, go find me, Calvin Boopy McGee on Facebook. Go find me, subscribe to that, click on that. Or no, go to the Mr. McGee Show. Oh, my bad. I said the wrong thing. Go to the Mr. McGee Show on Facebook. Find that page, like it, subscribe, do the whole nine, just so we have multiple platforms where we can get in touch with the people. Because that's kind of piggybacking off what you're saying, sis. And what I'm saying is, a lot of times we put all of our time, work, and effort into one platform, and then they just shut it down. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, one play. You're right.
Yeah.
So to finalize what I was saying about how I don't think that was a smart remark, a smart statement. I just don't think that was a smart move, even though, he's learning now, and he's being empowered with information, and he wants to share it. All of that is understood. But this is the very reason why we have to own our own, so that we can have freedom of speech. I wanted to finalize it. We have to build our own, like Revolt, if Diddy really owns it, our boy Tyler Perry, who has his production company in Atlanta now, who can make whatever movie he want when he want to make it. You know what I mean? So, that gives us the real power to be able to say and speak. That gives us power. Real power.
I think real power is, I ain't gonna lie, sis, I'm not knocking. I promise I'm not stepping on anything you said.
In the media?
That is beautiful what you said, but we want to make sure that we are allowed to go against the grain without consequence.
There's no way. You can't do this. This is the white man's media. This is the white man's media. There's no way
we have to create our own media. And when
that's what I'm telling you.
When we create it, but I ain't even gonna lie, Tyler Perry, that's a whole nother conversation, because Tyler Perry knows he can't go against the grain. He can't make a movie. Let me tell you what Tyler Perry can do, and there's no shot, no slight or nothing to my brother, but he can't make a movie showing the black people as the original Greenbergs. So how much power really, you know what I'm saying? How much power does he really have when you think of, if he wrote,
I don't know about that.
If I went to him with a dope ass script,
I don't know about that.
We just saw Nick Cannon. You can't even say black people
are not on his own platform.
Listen though, sis, you can't really say that anywhere, man. They own all the platforms. When Farrakhan said I have my own platform, none of us went there. If you saw a Farrakhan speech he just did for Savior's Day or whatever it was, if you just saw that speech, guess where you watched it at? YouTube or some other platform. Nobody went to NOI.org and watched that fucking, and we don't support black platforms. Now we can sit here and say, man, you can't say that shit on white platforms, but then when I say, hey, listen, this is my new platform that's called Blackflix. I know you love Netflix, but hey, subscribe to Blackflix. It's $8.99 a month. Black people say, man, I ain't fucking with that. That shit ain't no Netflix. That's
the slave mentality. That's the slave mentality that we have. You're absolutely right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a little bit deeper than Nick Cannon and all that shit.
Of course, it is deeper.
Yeah, we have to really get into the grind of it. Hold on, real quick, sir. All right, my bad, my bad. Somebody was talking to me in the background.
Okay.
But I don't know. But yeah, so we about to wrap it up, man. But before we wrap it up, listen, man, I put the link in the chat, man. We'll do a few panels. I'll let a few people on the panel just for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna get out of here. If nobody jumps on, then we'll wind it up. But yes, if you want to join the conversation, get on the panel, let your voice be heard. Click that link that I put in the comments, man, and let's hear what you got to say. But I mean, just to wrap it up, man, I think my whole narrative for tonight, sis, was let's make sure that we support Nick Cannon. No matter what his next business venture is, let's make sure we don't let this brother get quote unquote canceled. You know what I mean? That cancel, let's make sure Chance the Rapper doesn't get canceled just because he has a difference in opinion. Let's not let Nick Cannon get canceled just because he's speaking his truth. Right. You know what I mean? If we really gonna go by this freedom of speech shit and everyone has their own opinion, no matter how you look at opinions, if everyone has the right, because I hear people say that all the time. Well, that's your opinion and you have the right to have your opinion. Well, if people really truly have the right to have their opinion, let's don't go on this quote unquote cancel brigade to try to make sure that we cancel people and get them out of here. Right. We can't do that, man. We can't do that, sis. That's the main thing I want to speak on with this Nick Cannon shit. I think it's bullshit that you can't even tell your truth without being censored. And we know that. Like, I've been tiptoeing around this shit on Facebook, YouTube, just because I know who owns Facebook and YouTube, and certain movies don't come out. Movies and documentaries and shit don't get highlighted because they want to speak on what they want to speak on. It's all about the narrative, man. We got to understand that American media wants to feed you their narrative. Why wouldn't they? It's their media. Right. Our media, like you were saying earlier, if this was your show, yes. If this was my show and someone went against the grain, you out of here.
Not just went against the grain, but straight up insulted you.
Yeah, I'm getting you the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about all black empowerment, and you come on here talking about all lives matter, hey man, get the fuck up out of here. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. That's how you know how you do, sis. Man, get your dumb ass out of here. Yeah, we got to do them like that, man. But yeah, man, make sure we support.
If they come pulling a Terry Crews on you.
Oh my gosh, this guy. I don't even know what to say about him, but yeah, we got to make sure we support our people, man. Don't let this people. I did a show on this. We can't get caught up in this cancel culture bullshit because we know even that's etched in racism.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
All right, what if you heard? Let's see, who Ellen? Calling black folks evil, barbaric, all that other stuff.
I would tell you
animalistic. How would you feel?
I would tell you that.
Does she have the right to say that?
She does. She does. And I have the right to come on my platform and say, you know what? I heard that shit Ellen said. They say it all the time, right? People like Ellen say it all the time. You know what? If Ellen said it, that's crazy. You put the twist on it with Ellen. If Ellen said it,
well, Ellen, I mean, she's a comedian like Nick Cannon.
I know. But if Ellen said it, her personally, I would have so much to say to the LGBT, the black LGBTQ. Okay. Oh, I would pander to them so tough. I would be like, now y'all want to ride with this LGBTQA shit or whatever the numbers is, LMNOP shit. Y'all want to ride with this. Y'all riding with this with people who don't look like you. You're riding this wave with them, and then now look how they look at you. I would twist that was so sick.
Yeah, you done twisted it.
That would be a 2-hour show. If Ellen, don't say Ellen, say somebody else. If Ellen said it, we'll come on this bitch. We probably have to do a show Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Here's my thing. Would you call for her job? Would you call for her job if she got on her show and she said that about blacks?
I wouldn't. I know black people will. Black, what they call it, black Twitter and all of them. I know they would go hard. I know, yeah, I know black people would. I wouldn't, because you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go straight back to the prisoner of war, and this is their shit. What I just say? This is their shit, their media, their propaganda. The TV ain't nothing but propaganda. It's propaganda. Believe me, everything that comes up on these screens has been thought out.
Yeah,
really thought out.
Yeah.
And if it's not been thought out and it slips through, that
all
shit,
the way.
that
all
shit,
the way.
yeah, if it does slip through, that should be online for about 2-3 hours and then it's gone.
Yeah.
If it do happen to slip through.
Yeah.
So if Ellen said, if anybody said it, I would just be like, you know what, it's their media. So I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, if it was a white person,
you have to bite your tongue. You have to bite your tongue sometimes, really. You have to play the game. I guess that's what you said. Play the game if you want to play the game.
White or black. Well, and white, they do get away with it a whole lot more than we do.
Yeah.
They get away with it. But at the same time, black folks and other whites will be calling for Ellen's job if she got, just like they call for Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I think Caucasian people should stay on code. They should stay on. They don't like when people get off code. They don't.
Yeah.
They slap them on the wrist and say, "Get out." You know what I'm saying? Why did you do that?
Yeah.
But it's no real punishment in my mind. It's no real punishment.
I agree with you.
But we are going to transfer you. If you had shit popping on CBS,
because
we're going to send you down to a lower. We'll send you to not ABC. We'll send you to USA Network somewhere on the side, and now you just got a smaller audience, but. You're only going to get transferred. You're not going to get fired. When they say people get fired, I'm like, nah. Like Don Imus, we're going to take his show away. Man, he went right to fucking Sirius FM, and he did the same show. You just couldn't see his face no more. You see what I'm saying? He called black women a bunch of nappy head hoes, and they said, hey, you know what we're going to do? Keep doing your show. It's just not going to air on TV. Now, motherfucker got to go to satellite radio to find the same thing they did with Howard Stern.
Ain't that something?
Same thing with Howard Stern. Howard Stern, you be bullshitting and people want to cancel you, but we're not gonna cancel you like that. We're just gonna make it where instead of this big network, you're gonna have to do the visual on YouTube and do the audio on satellite radio like you've been doing. So I don't know, man. Let's make sure. Hey, damn, I'm happy. I just bumped into something, sis. Let's make sure Nick Cannon gets transferred, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make sure Nick Cannon gets transferred, and we are going to support our brother.
And let's make sure we support him on Fox. Hopefully, he don't lose that.
Oh, he's on Fox?
Yeah, I think that America's Got Talent.
I think that's NBC.
Hold on,
Viacom. We got to see what Viacom is.
The mask. That's what it is. You know where they dress up in the mask.
He's on The Masked Singer.
The Masked Singer. That is Nick Cannon. Yes. Which station is that?
I have no idea. I don't watch this shit. So
yeah, The Masked Singer.
I don't, man. I don't know, man. But sis, hey, good show. Good show tonight, sis. What you think? Good show?
Yeah.
Hey, before we go, I'd never get into this. This is like show number what? 5, 6? Like, how you think shit is going so far?
I think it's going good. I think it's good that we don't see eye to eye on a lot of different, on a lot of topics. Yes. So it creates room for good conversation.
That's it. That's
yeah, and for people to be able to look at things from different perspectives. Mm-hmm. Even though I was called tonight.
Oh yeah. People wilding. They wild on me too, though.
I think white is right.
Yeah, we got a list. Don't worry about them comments, man.
Look, let me tell you something. Yeah. That does not bother me because I know for certain that ain't true.
I love it. That's it. People gonna make. Yeah. People gonna make. Yeah, people gonna make their assumptions, man.
Yes, I mean I can hold my own. I can hold my own and know. I know. I know that that's not true in my heart. That I think white is right. Oh no, I'm not even messed up with that comment. Because you really not listening to what I'm saying. If you believe that I think that white is right.
Nah, people just gonna make judgments, man. We don't fuck with that, man. People gonna make judgments and say whatever.
And I respect everybody's opinion. Again, that makes good for good conversation as well. So
there you go, man. So my sister, man, another dope ass show in the books. sis. I really appreciate you. Anything you want to plug? Any announcements? Anything?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Hey, look at her.
Look, even though Born Rich don't believe, or Mr. McGee don't believe in this COVID, y'all make sure y'all wearing y'all mask. Make sure you social distancing because it's real. It's real.
Hey, Mr. I see. I want to say I can't, and then you back me in the corner to where if I say what I want to say, they'll fucking shut me down. They gotta shut the whole fucking channel down if I say what I want to say, man. But I guess I'll end with this, man. Y'all be safe. You see it scrolling right there. Born Rich Boopy on IG. Go follow the Instagram, man. Let's get this Instagram shit popping. Mr. McGee Show on Facebook. Get this shit popping. Oh fuck. Documentary, Jefferson Street documentary. Is still in the works. I may have to do a crowdfunding joint to where I can just take a couple donations just to help me work out a couple kinks, but I'll let y'all know about that if I need to. I got some shit in the works with a little small loan that I'm really trying to work on. But yes, man, content is coming. YouTube show. Either tomorrow or either Friday. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll get the fucking notification, and then you'll know when I'm about to go live. But yes, YouTube panel show coming soon. Like I keep saying, I hope Sister Cola can come one day and jump on the panel, but she bullshit. So hopefully we can get that on there. Yes, but yes, YouTube show coming later this week. YouTube only. So like I said, Facebook family, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go to your YouTube search box and search Mr. McGee Show. You'll see the logo that you're familiar with. Click on that, subscribe to the channel, do your do. If no one's told you today that they love you, let me be the first one to tell you that I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Peace.